Alfredo, great speaking with you, my friend,
Thanks so much.
Especially because of what's coming up. London is going to be a place to be for one of the biggest festivals in Canada and probably one of the most international festivals in Canada. For folks who don't know what I'm talking about, please explain to them what I am talking about, please.
Well, we're talking about the one and only Sunfest, TV Sunfest, happening here in London, Ontario. This is the World Music Festival in Jazz that has been taking place since 1995. This particular year we're celebrating our 25th edition, where we really are presenting who is who in the world music scene, from Africa, from Latin America, from Europe. Anyway, 40 groups, 25 of them international ones, 15 nationals, and truly one of the most extraordinary lineups that we have ever put together in the history of the festival.
When do you explain when this started? But why did you decide to put something like this together, and why was London the perfect place for this?
I wasn't even quite sure if London was the perfect place for this, because when we review the history of this community 25 years ago, London was not the place that it is today. I mean, there's been an incredible number of changes, demographically speaking, and other interesting things going on. But, Ruby, 25 years ago, this city wasn't necessarily the most perfect one to do this. However, I just thought that, a festival of this nature was going to be instrumental in raising awareness on the cultural and rich diversity of this country, but do it in a very professional way through art, through music. I always say music especially is such a powerful vehicle in bringing people together. And the expectations from a lot of people in this community 25 years ago was that the festival was going to last 1 or 2 years, and then they was going to disappear, because really, demographically speaking, there were not really that many people from different cultural backgrounds. But that was precisely what I thought. This perhaps is the best way to start, because we will create a lot of interest in people who are not associated to those particular regions of the world. And that's exactly what happened. The first year, tremendous success. We wanted to establish the festival. That was the most important thing. And I truly believe that after that, it was just a matter of, continue growing slowly but surely. And now 25 years later, I mean, this is a baby that has become, a big deal now, and really showcasing the best of the best. And really tremendous pride of saying is perhaps one of the very few festivals of this nature that exist in North America.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, people should realize, though, too, there's not just one stage. There are several different stages, sizes. How does that all work?
Oh, yeah. During the whole weekend, people will have the chance to see the groups performing at least 2 times. So we have 2 main stages and 3 smaller stages, more intimate. When you come to Victoria Park, something that you will really notice immediately is that there are no barriers between the musicians and the audience. Usually you go to festivals where you find a lot of barriers in the stage, between the audience and the artist. It doesn't happen here in London. And even the smaller stages, people really have the chance to be so close to the artist, to interact with the artist, because it's exactly what we want. So that's something incredible to see that happen in a festival of this nature. And with the numbers of people that we receive every year, it is amazing really that nothing really major happens, because truly the environment is such an upbeat but very friendly environment that people really come in and enjoy every single aspect of the festival. So 2 main stages, 3 small ones this particular year. As I said before, one of the highlights is that this is the first time that we are presenting 25 international acts in the same location, in total 40 groups, which is really the largest number that we have ever presented. We never bring groups from such a far away places to perform a 45-minute set. No, the groups always consistently perform at least 2 times during the whole weekend, and that basically gives people, the chance, if they miss one of the performances, there always is another one, during the rest of the weekend. So it's a very interactive. It's a place where you really feel that you are in a global village, because all kinds of people, different cultural backgrounds, colors, races, languages, social and economic styles, and perhaps this is the only weekend in London where you will see that this community is a totally different one from what it used to be 25 years ago.
Absolutely. The other thing, too, 2 bonuses, great food, lots of vendors there, and, of course, if you want to buy anything, lots of selling there from vendors also.
Well, then one of the most amazing aspects of the festival is precisely the food component, international cuisine. And why? Because there are so many unique vendors that only do the fest. These are community groups that really showcase the exquisite, flavors of the countries, of the traditions. And these are community groups that don't have a business. They only get together for this particular weekend, and really becomes, a once in a time opportunity during the whole year to experience this kind of food from all over the world. And so practically the food has become like a mini festival within the festival. Mm-hmm. It's incredible number of people that come attracted by that, and it's nicely complemented by all kinds of exhibitors showcasing international art, a lot of crafters, and really, it's a perfect formula, because if people sometimes are even doing their Christmas shopping, at Sunfest, then at half of the year they are already doing that. But again, you have to create a balance that you need to satisfy, one of the main support elements of the festival, which is precisely, the revenue that we generate from all these vendors. And thanks to them, really, and of course to support many others, we can continue having this festival free and accessible to everyone.
How many people do attend this for the weekend, or I should say for the 4 days?
Yes, we have done several studies, economic impact studies. We believe that there is about 110,000 unique visits, but overall during the whole weekend, it is over 200,000 people that come to the festival, because people come back once, or even more than that. So, but unique visits is being considered about 110,000 people. There are absolutely times that the park really it's completely packed and jam-packed, and some people complain about that, and it's really a nice problem to have, because that only tells you, the popularity of the festival, and people really plan their holidays, their vacations around the dates of Sunfest. They either want to be here back on time, or they want to leave after, but really has become an incredible tradition, and every year we continue bringing more and more tourists, from the States, from other provinces, and also from, bigger cities in Canada. It is this particular year, in conjunction with Tourism London, we'll be doing a very essential economic impact study, because the next stage for Sunfest, I believe, is expanding into the downtown core here in London.
Incredible. One thing I do want to make mention too, because there are certain sections, certain sections you have to make sure you have ID. Extremely important. Bring your ID, because there's lots of security there, and they just want to make sure that everybody's going to be safe.
Absolutely. Well, as I said, we've been very lucky, very fortunate that despite the numbers of people that we get every year, nothing major has ever happened during these past 25 years, and we hope that this continue exactly in the same way. But as I said, it's the whole environment that really it becomes so friendly that people just feel, this is the perfect place, to enjoy global culture. I always said, Sunfest is like a delicious dish. When you try it and you love it, you become addicted to this. And this is exactly what happened when someone comes for the first time and see the magnitude and the quality of the festival. The following year, they come back with 2-3 more people. And this is exactly how the festival has been going steadily all these years.
Well, I can vouch for it. Last year was my first year to be one of the MCs. I'm returning again, and thank you for the invite back again to MC again. And the one thing that really blew my mind, it's not just about the music. It is a celebration of people and music.
Absolutely. You know, Rudy, when I came here and went for the first time to Toronto, I was absolutely blown away by the diversity of people. I just couldn't believe it, because the idea that I had about Canada was about the French and English people living in this country. But when I went to Toronto the first time, I just thought, wow, this is amazing. And this is always my message to the rest of my community and other communities, you know. When you come here, try to, you know, be as an active participant of this society, because this is the only way we can really continue enhancing, you know, a country like this and making a more interesting place to live. So really, I was a professional musician in Guatemala, and then when I came here, I tried to continue playing music, and I just thought that, well, it would be amazing to reflect this diversity through a festival of this nature. So this was a festival. It's a festival that it was born with a specific perspective and mandate. It was not just another event in the park. And I always say that this is an event that really tried to reflect, you know, how rich and diverse this country is, and what a better way to do it through music, through art and culture, because that's, you know, politics and religion divide us, but art really unites people.
Absolutely. So when is it running? From what to what? Where is it going to be? And, of course, where do we get all our information from website?
Absolutely, yes. So the festival 25th edition, TV Sunfest, is running from July 4th to 7th. You know, there will be 5 stages, 25 international guest artists, 15 national groups, 5 different stages, over 220 or 250 food and craft exhibitors. You can get all the information on our website, www.sunfest.on.ca. You'll find all the schedule of activities there, and we'll start officially with the first performances on Thursday, July the 4th at 6 p.m., and then we'll be running the following 3 days from noon to 11 at 5 different stages. We hope to see you there and come and enjoy what we call the Global Village.
Fantastic. My friend, I'm going to be up there on Saturday to do my MC. Looking forward to this, because honestly,
Absolutely.
Like I said, it's one of the biggest, most fun party events I've ever been to. Thank you so much for doing the interview for me. Thank you for inviting me back down to MC once again, and looking forward to being there with all those great people.
It would be a pleasure to have you back, my friend. Thanks so much for this.
Take care. We'll see you on the weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.